So, very good evening children, welcome back to Akshar online classes. Okay, today is the chemistry class, 6th class. Okay, our topic is the materials and things. 6th class, chemistry. 6th class, chemistry, materials and things. Materials and things. Materials and things. Okay. So in this lesson, we will discuss about that definition of the matter, and what is the classification of that matter, what is the physical classification of the matter, and general properties of that solid, general properties of the liquid, general properties of the gases. Okay, a comparison of the properties of that matters in the three states, that means solids, liquid and gaseous. And what is the meaning of the soluble substances, what is the meaning of the insoluble substances, these are the things we can learn today itself. Now topic is the matter. Okay, so now materials and things. So in our surroundings, so many materials are present, so many things are present. Okay, what are the in our surroundings are present? Computer, pencil, book, fan, light. So these are all the things are in our surroundings are present. That means everything in our surroundings, so many things are present. These are all the things are made up of matter, So here all materials around us are made up of matter. Okay. So for example, computer is a matter. Okay, stand is made up of matter. Light, okay, and bench, pencil, eraser, sharpener, food, okay, shade. These are everything is the made up of matter only. So that means the book we read is a matter. The book we read is a matter. The bench we are sitting is a matter. So the walls around us are also made up of water. So what we are breathe, that air is the matter, and what we are drink, water is the matter. What we eat, food also matter. Even our whole body is also made up of matter. Okay. So that means in our surrounding, wherever you can go, everything is made up of matter. Everything is made up of matter. Okay. So in this matter, the sun, moon, star, the earth, all are made up of matter. What are the? So if you see the sun, moon, okay, stars, and earth, these are also made up of matter. So now definition of the matter. What is the definition of the matter? Matter may be defined anything that has a mass. So that means matter, they have the mass is present, and occupy some space. Second thing is the occupies space. Okay. So which of the things have the mass is present? Mass is nothing but weight. Okay. So next, which of the things are occupied to the sum of the space and can be perceived by one or more our senses. Okay. The things we can observe like water, milk, salt, chairs, cloths, these are everything is the matter. So they have the mass is present, they have the occupy some space. Okay, examples of the water, milk, salt. Okay, water, milk, salt, chair, chairs, clocks, these are all are made up of matter only. So you can see that heat, light, you can see the, okay, heat, heat, second one, light, okay, light, third one, sound, sound, fourth one, electromagnetic radiation, okay, ELECTRO, magnetic, MAGNETIC, magnetic radiation, radiation. So these are all do not have the definite mass, and they are not okay, definite mass. So that's why these are not considered as a matter. These are form of energy. So heat is the energy, light is the energy, sound and electromagnetic radiation, these are all various forms of the energy. These are not a matter. Matter means everything they have the sufficient amount of the mass is present and occupy some space is called, okay, and so we can say perceived by one or more our senses. These are called matter, but these are called heat, light, sound, EMF. These are the different forms of energy. These are different forms of energy. Okay, so that means here everything in our surrounding is made up of matter. Everything is made up of matter. So in this matter they have the some sufficient amount of the mass and occupied some sufficient amount of the space. Examples of the mass is the, okay, so water, milk, salt, chair, cloths. Now coming to the point, next point is, so physical classification of the matter. What is that? Physical classification of the matter. So actually in the classification of the matter, actually that matter is classified into that according to the category of the physical state. That matter is classified into three states. How many states? Three states. They are, one is the solid, one is the liquid, third one is the gases. Okay, physical classification of matter. So physical classification of the matter can be classified into three categories according to the physical state. They are, first one is the solids. Second one is the liquids. And third one is the gases. So physical classification of the matter, that matter is classified on the basis of the state. Three types of that okay, matters are present. First one is the solid. Can you give the examples of the solid? Examples of the solid: pen, pencil, okay, compass box, chair, okay, laptop. These are all shoes, chappals, everything. So these are the examples of the solid state. Can you give the examples of the liquid state? Examples of the liquid state: oil, water, milk, kerosene. Okay, so these are all the example, diesel. So these are all the examples of the liquid state. Can you give the examples of the gaseous state? You know very well: oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, carbon dioxide gas, water vapor. These are all the examples of that examples of the gases. Now, examples. So, solid, an object. Just a minute. So, matter can be classified into three categories according to the physical state. According to the physical state. These three categories are solids, liquid, gases. Solids, liquid, gases. What is the meaning of the solids? So, an object is said to be a solid if it is a definite shape and a definite volume that cannot be changed easily. For example, which of the things have the definite shape and a definite value is present, that is known as the solid. That is known as the solid. Definite shape and value have present, that is called, that cannot be changed easily. If you are changed the chair, no. If you changed the table, no. If you changed the iron, if you sand, wood, pencil, these are all the examples of the solid. These are all the examples of. An object is said to be solid if it has a definite shape and definite volume is present, that is called solid. Examples of the solid: chair, table, iron, sand, wood, pencil, etc. Next, second one is the liquids. What is the meaning of the liquids? Liquids means an object is said to be a liquid if it has a definite value, but it is not always this liquid change the shape. For example, if the liquid where we can pour it, that shape it will come. That is the characteristic features of the liquid. Always that liquid change the shape. What are the container we can pour it, that shape only we can see it. Okay, so that's why liquid characteristic features of the liquid. An object is said to be a liquid if it has a definite value but change its shapes quite easily. For example, if you are taking to the water, okay, if you are boil it, ice, solid state, you know very well. Ice, actually solid state. If when we are applied to the heat, that is changed into the water. Okay, water is the liquid state. Okay, this water again, if you are boiling, what happened? Water changed into the water vapor. Water vapor. So this water vapor is nothing but, okay, gaseous state. Gaseous state. So that means liquid you can keep in your mind. Liquid have an object is said to be a liquid, it has a definite shape, but always change that shapes is called the liquid. Examples of the liquid: water, milk, kerosene, mercury. Actually in the thermometer we can use it to the mercury. What is the characteristic features of the mercury? If you are applied to the heat, that change that always they can expand when we are applied to the heat. When we are applied to the heat. So this is about that liquid. This is about the liquid. Now coming to the point, gaseous state. What is that? Next one is the gaseous state. Gaseous state means an object is said to be a gas if it has neither definite, here very important point, neither a definite value nor a definite shape. Actually, first one is a definite shape and a definite volume. Here, second position in the liquid, definite volume is present, definite shape is not present. Here, there is no definite volume, there is no definite shape. Okay, so that is called gases. You know very well. Okay, water vapor, air, steam, methane, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen. These are all the examples of that. Examples of the gases. These are all the examples of the gases. Now, we can study about the characteristic features of that solid state and characteristic features of that liquid state and characteristic features of that gaseous state we will discuss now. Okay. Now coming to the point, you can see here this diagram says that states of the matter in the solids. Okay, if you are see the solids, okay, that actually they are arranged like, okay, like these are the solid state. If you are see the liquids, okay, like so. If you are see the gaseous, so arrangement like so they have the definite shape, definite value. They have the definite value. There is no definite shape. These are the gases. There is no definite shape. There is no definite value. Okay, you can see the solid structure, liquid, gaseous, plasma. Here, direction arrange the following materials into the three states. Rocks, what we are called? Solids. Ice also solid. Milk is the liquid. Cool air, wood, solid. Air, gases. Steam, gases. Rain, liquid. Cake, solid. Table, solid. Brick, solid. Helium, gas. Pencil, solid. Wind, okay. Wind, moving air is called wind. Gases, juice, liquid. Fog, gases. Desk, solid. Soup, liquid. Evaporation, gases. Paint is the liquid. So that means if that examiner asking the zigzag, you can arrange like that. Okay. Now coming to the point, general properties of the solids. Okay, general properties of the solid. What are the characteristic features? What are the properties we can see in the solid? Okay, so you can see that the intermolecular force is very strong. Here see in this here, okay, especially in this okay, here see the intermolecule, this molecule, okay, force is very strong in the solid, but here there is no strong. Here so much there is very weak. So the molecules are very closely packed. Closely packed means you can see here, okay, very closely packed in the solid state. Okay. They are very closely packed, and they cannot move away from one another, can move, vibrate. So actually there is no distance, gap also not there. Okay, there is no gaps also present. Okay, they are attached to that very strongly, attraction force also more present. They are fixed in the position. These facts explain the general properties of the solid. So now you know very well, pliers, helicopter, saw, false teeth, bulldozer, jackhammer, submarine, fork, lifter, next clock, hammer. These are all the examples of the solid. These are all the examples of the solid. You are keeping your mind, what you are keeping your mind means, okay, intermolecular force is very strong and in the solid, molecules are very closely packed, okay, they cannot move one place to the another place, and they cannot vibrate, okay, they are located in that very closely compact near to, okay. Next, here see characteristic features of the solids. Okay, you can see here strong bonds are present. These are the very weak bonds. Here in the gases, very weak bonds are present. Okay, a solid has a fixed shape and fixed value. If you are see that any solids, they have the fixed shape. Already we can discuss it. So solids have the fixed value is present, fixed shape is present. For example, this pen is the fixed shape, fixed value is present. Okay, that is the characteristic features of the solid. Solids have the fixed shape and fixed value. This is because molecules cannot move closer to or away from each other. So that means these are the cells are arranged to that very closely. Very closely. They cannot move, okay, one place to the another place. They cannot move that one place to the another place. Okay, like, okay, what you are understand, solids have the fixed shape and fixed value because these are the molecules are very closely compactly arranged to each other, very closely arranged to the okay. There is no gap between. Actually, what I am showing, there is no gap. So that is covered like that. Okay. Next, solids are generally cannot be compressed. Not. Okay. This is because of their volume cannot be reduced by applying pressure. If you are all the pens together, any change of the shape, any change of the volume, no change. So that means solids are generally cannot be compressed. This is because of their volume cannot be reduced by applying of the pressure on them. The intercellular space, one cell to the another cell, the intercellular, intermolecular space in the solids is the negligible, very small. So the molecules, they cannot push it to the closer, they cannot move, already packed. Okay. So however, a porous However, a porous solid like that a bread has a air space which makes it easily compressible. Okay, small gaps are present, but there is no distance between that one cell to the one molecule to the another molecule. Okay, solids have the fixed shape and fixed value. Okay, solids generally cannot be compressed. Third point, solid does not flow. This is because the molecules are very tightly held their position. They cannot slip over one another to the another. Okay, that is the third point. Okay, solid does not flow. This is because the molecules are the tightly held in, they cannot slip over one another. Fourth point, a expand solids are expand or contract very little in the being heated or cooled. If you are applied to the heat, if you are applied to the cooled, okay, the solids are expand very little. On the being heated, the molecules become more energetic and vibrate to great extent, small only. However, they do not leave their position entirely. So, the expansion is very small, but if you are applied to the liquids and gases, so much of the expansion is present. If you are touched to the thermometer when you are applied to the heat, automatically they can raise, expand. According to the characteristic features of the mercury, generally we can use it to the thermometer. Okay, here a solid expand or contract very little on the being heated or cooled. On being heated, the molecules become more energetic and vibrate to great extent. However, they do not leave their position entirely, and so the expansion is the very small. When you heat a pan or a nail, it expands so little that you do not notice it. But when you are liquid, such as a mercury in the thermometer gets heated, it expands quite a bit. So that is the difference between the solids and liquids. Last point, on the being cooled, the molecules of the solid become less energetic and vibrate less about their positions than the usual. So the solid contracts. So however, since the molecules cannot entirely leave their position, to come even closer together, the contraction is little. So these are the characteristic features of the solids. What are the solid characteristic features? Okay. So here, today we can discuss the materials and things. Okay, everything is made up of matter only. Definition of the matter. Defined the matter means they have the mass and occupied some of the space is called matter. Actually, physical classification of the matter according to the physical state, three categories are present. One is the solid, liquid, gases. Solids means definite volume and definite shape is present. Example, chair, table, iron, sand, wood, pencil. Liquids, so definite volume is present, but definite always change the shape, that is known as the liquid. Third one, so gases, these are there is neither definite volume nor the definite shape is called gases. Air, steam, methane, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. So these are all. Okay, general properties of the solid. Intermolecular force is very strong and molecules are very closely packed. They cannot move one place to the another place. These are the characteristic features of the solid. Example, flyers, helicopter, saw, false teeth, hammer, clock, fork, lift, and submarine, jackhammer, bulldozer. So characteristic features of the solid. Solids have the fixed shape and fixed volume because of the molecules cannot move very closely, compactly arranged. Solids generally cannot be compressed, and solids does not flow one place to the another place because of the molecules are tightly packed. Solids expand and contract very little bit when you are compared to the liquids and gases. So this is the characteristic features of the solid. Next class we will discuss about that characteristic features of the liquid and characteristic features of the gaseous. We will discuss next class. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.